Hello and welcome to the Build with Air Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm so happy you're joining me today, or tonight, I should say. Um, this shirt doesn't work particularly great with my green screen. This should be yellow, but it's not. Um, and I'm not going to apologize for that. Did not have time to switch to a shirt that worked perfectly in a green screen. Oh, I can move this pillow off. Let me do that. I'm going to throw the Bear Cave emote in the chat. If you are a subscriber, you can throw that Bear Cave emote in there and let the people know that you're a subscriber, which is one of the benefits of being a subscriber. Besides the fact that I get to keep streaming and you're helping me do that, which is rad of you. Lashbrook's here. Road is here. Hello and welcome. So we're going to start building in a minute or two. I'm going to probably talk a little longer up top normally. See if anybody wants to pop in. I got some new followers today because I was on the Waypoint stream, which we'll, of course, chat about throughout the evening. Um, and for the first time in a very long time, maybe since the stream started, I built a Gundam outside of the Build with Bear, streams and YouTube. I built a Death Scythe Hell, super deformed. And of course, we'll get a good look at the green. I'll make sure I show this off when we go full screen in the overhead. Um, the green is a sticker, which sucks. It just sucks. It sucks that how much this relies on stickers. I mean, it's super deformed. It's a chibi tiny little thing. But the eyes, the chin, the chest piece, there's a lot of sticker work. The white here on the legs, it's all stickers. Um, uh, and I don't love that. But it is a chibi, super deformed thing. Wings don't have any motion. These are stickers here as well. It's a lot of sticker work. A lot gets done in the stickers. Um, but we'll look at that in the overhead shot as well. But I built that today. I was on the Waypoint stream. They're doing a charity stream. When we finish here, they'll be going one more hour of the workers at Waypoint, the editors, and then they'll switch over to their community running streams. But we're here because I build model kits and Lego sets, and we are working on finishing up our V2 Gundam. Now I did not do the proper research to see why I fucked this up, but the legs don't want to. They should lock in place here, and I can't figure out how to make that happen. I've been trying. I was working on it, and I'm unable to figure out how to get these things to lock into place, and then have this lock into place here. I've been trying to figure it out, and unable to, and then that popped off. But yeah, I couldn't. I didn't have the time, unfortunately, today to like really research why I was screwing this one part up of this kit. But I really was, and I really am. I might go back and look at it, see if there's a piece I missed or something. The part that hangs down is that part that hangs down there. That hangs down like that. Yeah. Looking at all the pieces of it. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't look like I'm doing anything wrong, but it's clearly not perfect. Um, but yeah, so I wrapped up at about like 8:10 at Waypoint, and then raced back here to my apartment. I mean, the reason I could go to 8 o'clock is because one, I left up everything from last night, so I just had all my bullshit out, which was good, and then I also made sure that what do you call it? Oh, uh, I don't live that far away from the vice offices, so it was easy enough for me to just pop back over here, um, and then eat on the way home, grab something quick, which was not on my diet. I'll admit, I ate pizza because pizza is something you can eat while you're waiting for a subway train, or while you're on a subway train, or while you're getting off a subway train. So I did that. I did a lot of pizza eating, and I don't feel bad about it. All right. We've BS long enough. I'm going to take a drink of water, then we're going to go to full screen and we'll take a look at stuff. Might be a light stream tonight. Saturday's always a light. Reminder, you have to manually resubscribe if you use your Twitch coin. If your Twitch coin is expired, why not give me a follow? Ah, all right. Some water. And now we are going to build some weapons. So let's go full screen. The V2. This stuff is in the way. You can see that. I don't like that. But yeah, here's your overhead shot. So we'll take a quick look at. You can see our these are the sticker application on both sides here. I do a lot of sticker work on this SD Gundam. It would not have been good without it. Like, there's just a lot of green that needed to get on there. There were no green pieces. But it's a pretty fun kit. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty neat. Sooner or later, I'm going to take a photo of this along with my Baer and take some photos of those. Road asks, what's my fave thing I've ever built? So, I loved working on the perfect grade. I did the perfect grade Wing Zero from Gundam Wing, and that was a beautiful kit, and I was so happy to do it. It was an incredibly difficult kit. I screwed up the LEDs. I actually broke a piece while I was doing it, and then we had to do some repairs, which was humbling. But I think overall it was a very cool model kit, and I'm glad I got to build it. I really did enjoy working on the perfect grade. I'll talk a little more about that in a second. But thank you, Arena, for saying glad to see you hang out with the Waypoint crew and giving Austin the opportunity to build his first Gundam in years. Yeah, obviously, Austin Walker, very busy person, and that was kind of the ulterior motive. One, I wanted to do something that was like my stream, because there are people watching that who don't know me, right? Who maybe came in, they followed Danielle from other things, or they followed Patrick from Kotaku, and they don't really have a Giant Bomb knowledge or following. So they might not know me at all. And it was a chance to kind of show them what I'm about and what I'm into. And then also, ulterior motive was to give Austin permission and an excuse to build some Gunpla, even if it was just an SD Gundam. But yeah, I'm really happy he got to do some building, and especially after he took a break, so he wasn't going in like crabby or unhappy or anything. Yeah, I was very happy to do that, and also like I always wanted to build with Austin. I just always wanted to do it. He's such a great dude, and I have such respect for him that I was so happy to be included. I'll tell this because why not? He is the best road. You're totally right. I'll tell this because why not? It's not really peeking behind the curtain that much to say it. I reached out. I reached out to Danielle because she is the one who's most active on Twitter these days of any of them. And just said, hey, if you need me, I could bring Lego, I could bring Gunpla. I have these two small kits that I was saving for travel, but I'll bring them in if you want to have me build with Austin. If you want me to have me just on the couch, because I did their first 72-hour stream. They're like, hey, we're Waypoint, let's make some noise stream. I did that back in the beginning, and I wasn't really that active, so. And I was glad that I was there for Starlink as well, because I have, it kind of fits in my motif of building stuff to be able to look at a game like that and kind of give my feedback and ask questions and all that. It felt good. But yeah, I just reached out. I said, hey, if you need me, and here's when I'm available, here's when I'm not available. This weekend was a little rough for me because normally I stream Saturday nights. Obviously, I'm streaming tonight, special Friday stream. Because I'm going to a wedding tomorrow, so I am unable to stream tomorrow. The wedding is early enough that theoretically, if all the trains are running perfectly, I could get back just in time to do it, but trains don't run perfectly at all. I'm amazed I got back here in time. I could have gotten a car if I really needed to. Could have just gotten out if the wait was too long and just taken a car ride back to my place, but did not want to do that if I could avoid it. All right. So yeah, so we're building a beam rifle here. Pretty easy to do, not too complicated. Scoot that so you don't see. We've got all our components. We'll eventually, once the rifle's done, we're going to start assembly of our kit, which should be fun. Right now I'm just putting all the pieces in of our gun here. All right, and then we're going to build the trigger and all that. Oh, there's a really tiny piece here. It isn't worth pushing yourself. Just have fun and relax and steal wedding decorations. Faceless Name, good to see you in chat. I want a rifle that shoots steel beams. That does sound like a Ratchet and Clank. Or honestly, now obviously Ratchet and Clank, a lot of us know, but a more modern reference might be that does sound like a Fortnite weapon, like a really dumb Fortnite weapon you could get. Just shoot steel beams. And then you can like use them. You could use them offensively or also to build like scaffolding or something. Could see that. Real dumb weapons are the best weapons. Dumb weapons and cool weapons. I'm all about them. Yeah, I didn't want to push myself tomorrow. Although, of course, obviously now I'm streaming after hanging out for 4 hours. With the Waypoint friends, and we did take little breaks here and there, but still there for 4 hours to do that and then run here. Took out a bit out of me. I might end up calling this a little early depending on how it goes. If I'm feeling like I can't give it my all in the build, I'll peace out. But at the very least, I would definitely hang out here for an hour at the very least. I just don't know if I'll do a full 2 hours tonight, which is a shame. But that's just because, like I said, I was on a couch or a chair for 4 hours today, and I already did build something. I built this death scythe. I'm going to take a photo of that. Self-care is important. Yeah, a faceless, I'm not super, like, I played Fortnite, and I enjoyed the limited time I had with it. I'm not good at building, and so I wouldn't be building. Like, I just know I'm not good at the building part. And I can maybe get better at it. I don't know if I'd ever get good at it, but I could certainly get better at it. So I said I've been trying to do the stickers for this kit. Now, I just did a bunch of stickers on my death scythe, my little death scythe friend, who we're going to put over here so we can see our death scythe friend. And I've been trying to do the stickers on this kit, the V2, because it's just clear plastic and gray. And the red felt very important. You can see the red there. Those red pieces, or the red stickers, felt very important. Now, these tiny little pieces here don't feel as important, but I'm going to try to put it on. I like the game, but the competitive just isn't my thing. Yeah, I mean, I did play a lot of PUBG, and PUBG is the most competitive game I've ever played in a really long time, and might be like the most hours I put into a competitive game since I was playing Halo with friends. And now, when I say play Halo, I mean literally just with friends. Original Halo, go over to my friend Terry's house. A bunch of us would go. He had a giant plasma TV, and so we had one Xbox on that. And then my friend Ptolemy would just leave his Xbox at Terry's, and we would have it in the bedroom on a projector, and then link the two, so 8 people could play. And that's the only reason I played Halo, honestly. I played Halo because that's how I got to hang out with my friends, is because I had friends who played that, and it was very important to me, and is always important to me, to have friendships where I'm with people that I really like, but we're not doing the thing that we do at work. So there's a lot of people who I knew from the improv community, some of my coworkers and just other friends, but it wasn't, we weren't there to play, we weren't there to like do improv or hang out or talk about improv. Occasionally, you gossip about people because that's what life is. You're gonna gossip. That's part of it. But it was just important to me, and the same reason why I eventually started playing a lot of uh, poker. When poker became a thing that people played a lot of, I played a lot of Texas Hold'em because a friend of mine started at night, and also that's partially why I played uh, Warcraft. I mean, I loved Warcraft 3, so playing World of Warcraft made sense, but it was my first MMO, and a major reason I played that was because um, uh, sorry, I spaced out for a second. One of the major reasons that I started playing a lot of it was because there was a guild that was mostly my friends. So it was easy for me to jump in on that because I had lots of people I knew playing. Alright, so that goes like this, goes like that. And this pops into here. This doesn't really like to stay in there, but whatever. Yeah, this slide doesn't necessarily love staying in place. Oh, there we go. That fits better. Okay. And then got a couple more pieces on our gun here. This peg is just all gun pieces. And then we can add the grenade launcher to our plasma rifle, or our beam rifle, I should say. But yeah, I didn't have a bunch of friends of mine jump in on Fortnite, so I was mostly playing just pickup games or solo, and that wasn't as fun. But I did have quite a few people that wanted to play PUBG that kind of came out of the woodwork, some of my old crew, so that was very fun. Alright, and that goes in there. A lot of good detail in this weapon. You know, obviously it's sometimes a weird thing to talk about that, but seems to be a lot of detail in this beam rifle, which I really appreciate. Uh, Seems to be well put together. And then there's also the grenade launcher part, which we can do if we wanted to. Basically, we can swap out some of these parts and then replace them with other parts, and then that would be our grenade launcher. We can like take apart a lot of the bottom part here, this little extra beam thing here, and we could swap that out with these pieces, which I'm not going to do. I like the beam rifle. I think it looks better than the grenade launcher, but I will clip out all these pieces, and then obviously they exist for someone else that wants to use them. And that's the end of the sheet. Yeah. Let's see. There. See, we can try to get this piece on here. There we go. And then that goes into that. And that goes into that. Yeah, so basically we could take apart part of the bottom here and then instead put on this grenade launcher, which I don't think I like as much. So, alright. Put that in there. There's our gun. We also have our blades. I'm gonna throw the bear. Yeah. No, we got that. We've got our beam saber here, and we also have this kind of like wide beam here. I like the wide beam. I think it looks kind of cool, so I'll leave that out. And then we'll keep working. And then we also have our shield. We can add our shield in soon. But let's work on assembly of our whole kit and bringing this thing together. Um, Road says, "Have you seen the Daemon Machina mech game coming to Switch? Uh, it looks neat, but I also haven't played any actual mech focused games, so I'm a bit unsure. I would dig it. I have not seen that Road. This is a time where I wish Dr. Bob, Mr. Bob, Dr. Bob, he's not doctor, he's not a doctor, he's a Mister. I wish Mr. Bob was here. He's the our chat member who's the most up on that kind of information. Um, I have not looked into it. I will for next week. I'll do some research so I can kind of give you a bit of an informed opinion. But as I said, right now I don't know much or anything about that, so I can't let you know. All right, so let's assemble this kit. Let's do it to it. This is the one we're going to leave as our core fighter. This is our one we're doing here. Basically, take this, have it like this, and then we're going to open this part up. I'm going to be as careful and cautious with this as possible because I don't want to screw anything up. Okay. So, basically, there are pegs in the back here and hooks on the top. I'll send you a link to a trailer on Twitter. I think it has some specific design attached to it that had people excited. Uh, designer. Some designer. Oh, that sounds good. I don't mind that. It's by one of the Honored Core people. I know it sure is. Amazon canceled my pre-order. Isn't selling the game anymore. Oh, that's yeah. That was that Amazon was doing away with some of its pre-order stuff, right? Or that might have something to do with the game. I don't know for sure. But that doesn't sound great if it's not for sale anymore. Okay, so I know this. Nope, that doesn't work. So these lock into here. And then this swings open. Maybe like this. Sorry, y'all. This is gonna take a few attempts probably, as I don't know what I'm doing with it. I want to make sure I do it right. Uh, that's weird. It isn't coming out to 2019 anyway. It had a trailer, the latest direct. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds cool. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Okay, I think I figured this out. All right, so and then this locks in. Oops. This. It's one of these. The problem with these kind of like transforming kits is that like there's like a way it works, and it sometimes could be pretty fragile. I did read a review about this kit that said like the individual components are really cool, but it is a pain in the ass to connect it. It's almost like in you know in it's almost like this is like a transformer in a way. But we'll get it. We'll figure it out. Figure out what we gotta do. All right. Nope, that's wrong. All right. That looks pretty perfect. I did drop the back thing, so I gotta put that back on. But other than that, looks pretty all right. Not perfect, but pretty alright. And then this has to go on to here. Alright, and then we got to put our core fighter in. And then, whoops, drop the crotch on this thing. It's like the parts of this are just like even more flimsy than other kits like this, and that's frustrating. I might not be able to get it perfect on stream, but I'll do my best because y'all should be able to see what it looks like done. All right, so then we got to put the core fighter in, and then the core fighter looks like this. Oh, and the core fighter slides in. This part slides in like this. And then it kind of, oops, locks in like that, I think. Like I said, I don't know. Do my best with this. I don't know all the parts of it. Man. I don't know how you fucking disassemble this once you get it assembled. It's all like pieces are just popping off as I try to get this together. I feel like the Amazon is getting weird about smaller Japanese games. Those Taito games are supposed to be coming next month. Amazon still didn't have a listing. Amazon is just getting weird. I have issues with movies and music too. Huh. I haven't run into any of that. Movies or music issues. I do know that pre-order stuff like totally changed, and they totally changed their business model for that. Because they won the war with Best Buy on that Best Stop. So now they don't have to do as much because they're not competing in that space as hard. Just annoying. All right. Sorry, y'all. I'll be done here in a moment. There it is. That's what I need to do. There we go. Mostly done here. Okay. And then this. Oh boy. All right. Well, a big old mess here. Okay. So this thing's a big old mess and like impossible. Uh, best Best Stop has got to be the parody name for a store in some piece of media. I'm sure. I'm sure Best Stop is. Yeah. All right. So this thing is unbelievably weird. Uh, I'm gonna try one more time to combine it all because it just like all fell apart here on me. I don't even remember where this piece goes. Oh, it goes like this. No. Yeah, it goes like that. Yeah, but this thing fell all sorts of apart. So we'll give it one more shot here, and then we'll move on to our next kit because we're doing. We got another kit lined up. I did poll my $10 Patreon supporters got to vote, and they voted for me to work on the Heavyarms Endless Waltz high grade that I bought at New York Comic Con. So that'll be the next kit that I build on stream, and we'll start that today. I am doing my damnedest to get this in a place where we can do more with it, that I can show off how it looks completed. So we will give some more time for that, while I just try to really quickly slide these pieces around. Goes like that. that. You can open up these. 1, 2. And then this goes like this. Alright. One more time to assemble. Game buy. Oh, game buy's another good one, Last Brook. You're totally right. Game buy's pretty good as well. Alright, so let's try this one more time. We're going to try to connect all the parts of this without it falling apart on me and going all over the goddamn place. So, here's the legs. This has got to go. That falls off. Of course it does. This. Which lets me lock these in place. Yeah, I did read that this was annoying, but I didn't think it would be this annoying. Because it's fucking annoying getting this together. Alright, so that goes in, goes in. This pops down. The go next door with your cash and visit. Game cell. Yes. Yeah, go to game cell. Get what you need. And then no one references Circuit City because it's been closed for years anyway. Circuit City is done. It does not need to be even referenced in this bit. Alright, well, fucking whatever. Oh, even one of my leg pieces fell off. This is turning out terrible. Alright, so got that, we got that. I've got to change a setting here on the computer. Hold on a second. Properties. Configure video. Over here. Apply. Okay. Great. Okay. Circuit City takes your 0. That's the name of it. Yeah. Even like in the world of Sears going out through apparently years of mismanagement, we're still talking about Circuit City instead. Alright, so this goes down. I mean, they're different things, right? Obviously, very different retail stores. Sears. But, you know, Sears had auto parts. They had a lot of different kinds of things. They survived for a very long time. But, yeah, apparently, there's a lot of mismanagement. They burned through a lot of capital, ruining that place. Had a couple rebrand attempts that didn't go anywhere. It sounds like it was a bad scene. Alright, so is this perfect? No. Is this as best I'm going to do? Yes. Is that okay with me? 100%. I'm just going to pop these back on here. And then open this up. Because they look cooler like that. And that's our Gundam. That's our V2. Is it perfect? No. Is it good enough for me? Fuck yeah, it is. It's plenty good enough. Toss that over there. Got a couple extra pieces here. Do we have any in this? No, we finished everything here. Yeah, just some duplicates. We'll take a look at later. But yeah, that's the kit. That is our Victory Gundam. And yeah, we can add its weapons. We can add its beams. It's got this other thing on here, which is cool. It's got a fanned out beam, and it's got a a rifle, and it's a pretty cool Gundam. I mean, yeah, it's a hard thing to put together, but I think it turned out pretty awesome. So I will take that as a victory. And this is my first clear Gundam that I've built ever. I even outside of the stream, I've never built a clear Gundam before. Um, it's a little tough to do on stream. I'll put that there so you can all see it. But it was cool to do. I was happy to do it. Um, but like I said, yeah, it's a little tough to do on stream because my table color and all that. It must be why they give you a second core fighter, so you never have to do that again. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they give you a core fighter. It seems like they give you a core fighter so that you can do so that you can take it apart and do like the top part and the bottom part because it is supposed to be sectional, which is why that it's built like that. But I like that you can just display the core fighter and then show the Gundam, and that's perfect. Totally great for me. But we're gonna put this aside. I'll put it. We'll have to take a photo of it later, so I'm not gonna put it too far aside. But I am just gonna go and move it here. It does come in the box. You can see the box has it what it normally looks like, just with the Expo thing added. This is what the normal box kit looks like. I should say the Expo thing is right there, because it's only sold. This clear version is only sold at exposition shows, conventions, and expos, and places that they're like that. You can probably get it online secondhand, I'm sure, but it's supposed to only be sold officially at conventions. But yeah, that's it for that Gundam. I'm glad to be done with it because it is fucking annoying to put together. And let's go to our heavy arms. So, you might ask yourself, Pat, why are you building a high grade kit? You don't like high grade kits. You like the 1/100 scale, but you don't like high grades. And the truth is, the reason I'm doing this is because Gundam Wing is my favorite Gundam, and I'd like to build every incarnation of the Gundams possible from that show. And I can't do that. There is a master grade of this, but it's very, like, impossible to find. I think it was on eBay, and it was like $600. So, no thanks for that. And so, yeah, so I didn't, I was thinking about getting a Heavy Arms in the Master Grade. Let's see what it says on Gundam Planet. The Heavy Arms Master Grade. $100. Exclusive edition. Yeah. So it's a $100 kit to get the exclusive of this for the Master Grade. No thanks. Not doing that. But I really want to build this kit. This is actually my preferred version of the Heavy Arms anyway. The one-arm red is pretty cool. I think the red color is beautiful. But I love instead of having gun arms, you just hold all of these guns. And I love all the missiles. And I think the coloring is very cool. I think it's a great looking kit. I love that you can put the guns on the back because that's stupid in a way that I really like. You lose the knife, wrist knife, but I think it's still a great kit. So that's what we're going to build next. I'm glad my arms are heavy. It just looks like one heavy arm. Yeah, so this is the heavy arms because you have two. You can see that here, there's the photo of it holding both arms. Both are heavy. And the photo on my left and right, it just has a one on its shoulder. But this is the way that it looks like when it's done. So yeah, so we're going to build that. One heavy arm would be even worse. Yeah, maybe you have a heavy arm faceless name. I'm going to tweet out that I'm starting the heavy arms. About to start the heavy arms. And nope. Great. Just tweeting that out, letting the people know what's up. But yeah, we're working on our heavy arms. As I said, there is a master grade of this, but it's $100, so no, it wasn't going to happen. And instead, we are going to just build this version. Baer emote for heavy arms. Yes. Baer cave emote. Um, so there's a few stickers here. Much like our SD Gundam, we will be applying a few stickers. At the very least, we're going to apply the eyes because I don't like looking at a kit that doesn't have the eyes on it. So we'll do that. Uh, we've got our, you know, Boy Scout uniformed Troa here. There's Troa with his hair, little hair piece. So we'll attach that because he's undercover in Endless Waltz. It's been a long time since I've seen Endless Waltz, so I don't remember exactly what the plot was, but I think he was undercover in it or something. But we'll put his head on here. Put his dumb hair on. And this, as I said, this is a heavy arms. It's a high grade, so it won't take too long to build. Obviously, it won't. You know, we'll have to keep going. It'll be part of next Thursday, and then for those that missed doing high grades, look at all that plastic. Look at all those PC. Look at all those plastic pieces right there. Does it bring you back to your high grade days? All those rubber connectors that are doing a lot of the work of the kit assembly. He is orange on camera and white on the other, which is legit. I hope it's orange. It's pumpkin time after all. So, this is the legit color, the overhead shot. This is not the legit color. Anything that's being shot on me right now is being filtered so that because of the green screen. Because there is legitimately, not legitimately, there is a green screen behind me. So if I do this, which I don't even know if we've ever done this before. I don't know. Yeah, if I do that, hey, look. You know, you can see the real colors of this shirt. You can see the real paleness of me, Pat Baer. But yeah, I'm not great. As you can see behind me, one, this sheet is not, the green screen is not taut because I just hang it up for the streams. And two, my lighting isn't balanced. I have two lights, but it's not super balanced on me. So that means that I have to compensate a lot in settings. Uh, so that's why you can see that, like, that's the way it looks there. Um, I'm also not skilled in green screen. I'm sure that if I, like, talked to someone who knew way more about it than me, then they would be able to help me, like, get my shit together. But alas, that is not possible right now. All right, so we got our sheets over there. Not that many sheets because, as I said, it's a high grade. The eyes are the worst sticker to apply because they are tiny and hard to get right. But I do have my my sponger, which should help some. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will help. I'll put Tro in his box here. We don't need Tro out right now. This should be a pretty, straightforward kit. The only thing that's sometimes a little tough is just the missile launchers. That might be a little tough. We're going to start on our legs. Nice and easy. And as I said, we will look for opportunities to apply stickers. Unfortunately, these stickers aren't numbered. They are given a decal. We might only put on the eyes because we know that comes in. Because this is kit. This kit is, let me look it up. This is 1997. This kit came out in 1997. So you can understand how this is a very old kit. Yeah, I think the master grade for this, as I said, it's like $100. But I don't remember when that came out. But it wasn't that long ago. I don't know. I wonder if Gundam Planet lets me like set up like a wish list on there, and I can have people go look at that. One of these days, I will go to that store. I will go to Gundam Planet. It is somewhere in New Jersey. I don't know where. I've never investigated it further, far enough to know exactly where it is, and how to get there, and if it's possible to get there by the subway, or if I would need a car, and then someone with a car. Kid is old enough to drink. You're not wrong. I mean, yes. Is that a dream to go with Vinny to go see Gundam Planet and film it? That would be incredible. And we would take around like Dan. Because Dan likes a dumb adventure and doesn't know anything about any of that, and it would be fun to go and talk to him about it. I mean, honestly, it'd be very fun to do with it just about anyone. Uh, Abby would also be fun to do that with because she's gung ho for good times, and we have a good rapport. It would be fun to do that with her as well. But I think Dan would be particularly interesting to just be like, have him ask me questions about Gundam and Gunpla. Yeah, then it's like Metal Gear. Uh, the light blue-green stripes on the chest were annoying if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be very annoying. Those stripes are bad. Like I did, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. You can't even see it on this kit. I did very bad on the stickers on this. I think the face sides were bad. The eyes I did okay, and the scythe I did okay. But yeah, I did a bad job. I think I did all right on the arms, um, on the shielding. But yeah, I'm not great at stickers to begin with, and I can imagine doing a very bad job with these stickers. We'll see. We'll see how I do with it. Yeah, no English at all in these instructions, obviously. Sometimes you get like limited English in some. Not that we need it per se. You know, as long as the letters and numbers are accurate, we'll be fine. A faceless name just subscribed using your Twitch Prime coin. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Um, Using your Twitch Prime coin is an easy way to support me and my streams. If you're not a subscriber, if you're just a viewer, and even if you're not a subscriber, give me a follow, set your notifications so you know when I stream, so that you can keep up with all that I do here. All right, so that's like that. All right, we built one part of our leg here, and we'll build the other part of our leg now. A and C. Uh, yeah, thank you very much. Robot Crank asks if that's a Gundam only store. If they have any in the DBZ figures, Dan might get a Vegeta. So the thing I know about Dan right now is that he is in currently a possession of a Vegeta model kit. He got the one that comes in the capsule, the space shuttle, not capsule, the space shuttle. I know he has that. He and I have talked about me helping him with that. I don't know if that's going to happen. So I'll say this. There's a chance we might do it sometime this year. That I might teach Dan about building model kits so he can build his Vegeta. I don't know if that's going to happen. But I think it could happen. And I'd like it to happen. So no promises on that. But he does have that. And then to answer your question, Gundam Planet. Yeah, Gundam Planet sells a lot of stuff. They focus on Gundam, but they have a lot of different model kits and figures and a bunch of they're like plastic model kits, you know, like hobbies and tools, and they have an online store, and they also have a physical location. I'm actually now looking at. I'm gonna click on their uh, store. Uh, they used to have a thing. Oh, they do have a wish list on there. You know what? I should create an account in Gundam Planet and start a wish list. I will do that for next week because that'll give people other options that don't necessarily want to buy stuff through Amazon. But yeah, looking at the categories, they've got character stuff, they've got robots, they've got Zoids, they have a bunch of stuff. Uh, my life's a model kit. Oh yeah, the Impossibles. Yes. Uh, Speaking of Zoids, there is a clip. If you go to my Twitter account, there is a Twitch clip that got pulled. I asked them to pull it. Of I said something about someone in the chat asked me about Zoids, and I was about to start talking about it, and then Patrick Klepek said, from Power Rangers, and I had to be like, no, those are Zords. And then it got heightened, and it was very fun, and it was my My tone was probably not the best. It wasn't that bad per se. I wasn't being as shitty as I might have been in my natural reaction, but Patrick played it up for laughs very well. It was a good little moment. That's in my Twitter feed if you want to see that part where I totally roast him. I destroy Patrick Klepek for having a stupid opinion. No, it was nice to talk about. You had the blue Trexzoid. I had the Liger. I had the Turtle. I had a bunch of Zords. I did enjoy that series and those toys. But yeah, it was talked about Gundam stuff with on the stream, and it was kind of fun to talk to people. And then just talking about like I gave some tips, things I've said on this stream a dozen times. It was nice to be able to say those things to a larger audience in case people were interested. And then a few people follow me on Twitter, and hopefully, tonight might not be the best time for them to watch, but I hope a few come and check me out in the future here on my streams. And if you're in the chat now and you came because of that, welcome. If you came because of Waypoint, hello. But yeah, this is a good number for a Friday night. I never know when I stream on a night I don't normally stream on because I normally do Saturday. Can't really talk about anime that I watched because I haven't watched anything since yesterday. I had a busy afternoon getting ready for to head over to the stream, and then I'm hopefully I'll be able to watch uh, Ms. Vampire who lives in my neighborhood tomorrow because that'll be an episode tomorrow. So hopefully I'll be able to watch that because I do like that show. And what piece are those? D. But yeah, I can always talk about some of the other stuff. Um, Speaking of that stream, I do not get people's love for War in the Pocket. I do understand. I know what you mean. It's not my favorite. Because I also think that it's not even brutal. I just think it's not particularly strong as far as the series goes. Of course, as I said on stream. You all know, like my favorite goddamn Gundam is Gundam Wing. So, but it hit me perfectly, and I love it. And I liked Seed. Seed, no one ever fucking talks about Seed. I think Seed is like a forgotten, not forgotten, but just like very overlooked. Um, I think you don't get other places without. I think Seed is important because you don't get other places uh, without it. I think like it's a series that is overlooked but very necessary for the larger world of Gundam. And it was definitely an attempt to cash in of the popular genres of the time, I think. I was talking in chat today about uh, more about how I've been watching a lot and trying to catch up on um, Black Clover. I'm now just about caught up because I didn't watch it before. I kind of didn't think it was that great. I mean, here's the thing. If you want to watch Black Clover, if you like that kind of shonen stuff, you think it might be up for you, the main character yells all the time. He's always yelling. He's not yelling at people. He's just a loud motherfucker. Asta is just a loud dude. He's just loud. He's just loud. Like, that's his thing. That's what he's about. He's a loud boy. He's a very good boy. So don't overlook that. He is an incredibly good boy. But he's just like loud and weird, and I really like him. Uh, so I've got a soft spot in my heart for that show because I think it's just cool. I think it's a cool, cute show. Um, I mean, it hits all the notes. It's like a little bit by the book here and there. I you know I think the premise is just solid though. I think there's just something very fun and cool about. Oh, these are all E's. We're gonna do all E here. There's something just fun and cool about a show where a kid. It's a world full of magic, and he doesn't have any fucking magic. It's a world where like everyone has magic, and he wants to be the Wizard King, the best magic man or woman or non-binary folk. He wants to be the best magic person, and he can't because he doesn't have any magic. And he doesn't let that stop him or slow him down. He ends up with a legendary sword that like cuts through magic and stops magic. And so he's already a buff little man, and he gets even more buff and works out so he can just like fuck up magic. And I think that rules. I think that's very cool. I really dig that show. I don't know. All right, so this goes like this. We're now working on our leg rocket launchers or missile launchers. Let's say rockets. We're working on the leg pieces here. It's leg day on the stream. Getting all our leg pieces in place. It's not called One for All Ashbrook. No. He's got two swords. It's like the demon sword and the devil's. I forget what they're fucking called. But he's got two swords, and they're like legendary swords. You find out later. The Grimoire he has. Grimoire is how people have magic. It is the channeling vessel in which people can do spells. And some are passed down from generation, and some are just once their owner passes away or stops being a magician or wizard, they just wait for the next generation to come along, and it seems like his are very special, and it's kind of a surprise that he has them. But it's fun. He's just trying really hard to be a good magic boy and to do well as a magical knight. It's just a good boy. I really like him. Uh, so we did the Heavyarms master grade before. So this is so some of this stuff might be familiar to some of you. I've realized now I haven't been building on camera, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try to build over here now. Sorry about that. You ever see that? Just let me know. Like, hey, we can't see what you're doing, Pat. Feel free to always call me out if I'm like just fucking not paying attention to that. E5 and E6. But yeah, I really do like Black Clover. I think it's fun. And it's silly, and there's a minor character named Charmy who is the fucking best. She's the goddamn best. Just like cute, dumb, joke character that is actually very strong, but you rarely get the chance to see her. I think I've said this before. My favorite moment of hers is she's asleep. She got like sleeping gas poisoned and like is asleep. And then um somebody who has the ability to make things look like other things makes a big rock look like food and then says like, "Hey, dum dum, someone's trying to steal your food." And then she wakes up and is like super powered and is just like, "You trying to take my food, asshole?" And just like she has sheep creation. She can make weird cloud sheep things, and so she just makes this giant sheep guy that just like punches the shit out of the evil wizard, or well, competing wizard, not evil per se, and just like fucking wrecks him, and it's very good. Right, so that's the bottom one. So there. I don't know. It's just a good dumb show, and I really like it. Um, let's see, 11 and 12. I also like that his rival, who's the Sasuke kind of role, if Asta is Naruto, Harold is raiding with a party of two. We got a little raid going. Thank you, Harold, for this raid. Very much appreciate it. Don't normally stream on a Friday, so it's nice to have some company. Um, but yeah, the Sasuke role of Yuna or his rival, actually likes him, which like is a fan, and they're like childhood. They grew up together in the orphanage, so I like that. I think that's a fun part of the show. Thank you, Harold, for this raid. Um, it is a Friday night. We are streaming. I normally stream on Saturday nights. I usually do Thursday and Saturday, but I am going to a wedding tomorrow and didn't think I'd be back in time, and also wanted to fucking not leave my friend's wedding early. It is in Brooklyn. My friend Katie, who I have not actually seen in quite some time, but invited me to her wedding, and I am thrilled to be able to go and represent a part of her life when she was an active intern and employee of the UCB Theater. Um, let's see, that's 29. One thing that's in here, and I don't know why, is a lot of these small pieces have little extra peg parts attached. I'm not sure why that is. It might have just been the way this was cut or a protective measure or something, but it's weird. And then E7. Um, so I will take a break here for a second, and while I have you, it is that time of the stream where I talk about various ways that you can support my current streams. Obviously, I normally stream on Saturday. I won't be streaming tomorrow, so it'll be next Thursday by the time I do this again. So I'd like to get the word out there. First and foremost, if you're following, give me a follow if you haven't already. Um, Give me a subscription if you're interested. You can use your Twitch Prime token to do that, or you can spend actual money. Folks that are a subscriber can throw the Bear Cave emote in there and let people know this is what's up. It's the Bear Cave emote. That means you're in the Bear Cave with me. You can throw that icon in there, and that's $5 a month. And that money I get from that and the other projects I do here go into me buying model kits. These are expensive kits. I bought these little kits here that was like 20 bucks for two of them. I didn't even build them on this stream. I did them on some other stream. You could also cheer. Cheers and bits are very much appreciated. Thank you very much for that, Harold. I appreciate that. That stuff goes a long way. It also gets me closer to my monthly payouts, so that's awesome. So yeah, we're sitting at 24 subscribers right now. Love to bump that up to 30 by the end of the month. Thank you for Tech Omega for the follow. Set your notifications so you know when I'm streaming. This will be the last stream for this week, but I'll be back next week. And that way you'll know when it's time for me to for you to jump in. I also have a Patreon. Right now I'm $120. My goal is to hit under 50 a month. At under 50, I will add a stream a week. I will add a Monday 1 hour stream. And so I'll go from 4 hours a week to 5 hours a week. I got to hit that to get there. I got to hit under $50. There are perks and bonuses. You can check that out. I would love to do that if you don't want to, subscribe through here. You can also back me on my Patreon. You get a bunch of stuff early. I have an Amazon wish list. I constantly update it. I constantly buy stuff from it. You could also buy things from it. Anything you buy on there, I will jump ahead in line. So I've got the Heavyarms. I've got a few Lego kits. I'm going to put up a poll for my $10 Patreon supporters. But if something comes in the mail that jumps the queue, I immediately build it next. That's how that works. So that might be something that you're interested in doing, is supporting me that way. And then I also have a tip jar. If you were just like, I just want to give you once. I don't really want to do a monthly thing, but this is nice, so here you go. I've got a coffee, and you can support that. Let me just do that, and then, yeah, here's my coffee, and you could give me a tip there. And then, like I said, any money that comes through goes to that. I just hit over $100 on YouTube. I'm going to get paid out from YouTube, and a lot of that is these videos over time of just people watching and watching ads. That's been very good for me. And when I get that check, I'll just buy a model kit with that, or 2 model kits, or 4 model kits, depending on how pricey they are. And one last thing, I have my Discord, the Build with Bear community Discord. You can join that. We talk I post photos of kits I'm building. Other people post photos. Dork Sim, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. You'll know when I'm streaming, and that's very nice. Thank you for that. I dropped the thing, put it back. Um, that's it. I'm going to drink a sip of water, and then we're going to get back to building, and we're going to keep going. I do want to point out in the overhead, you can see the different blues we've got going here. Um, we've got we've got a bunch of different shades of blue on this kit, and I really like the juxtaposition between this teal, which even in the overhead isn't doing this color justice. This teal is beautiful looking, and uh, having that with this is a really nice. It just looks great. It's just a great kit. Um, it's just a good juxtaposition between those two colors. Big fan of it. But yeah, thanks for everybody for joining me tonight. This is not my normal stream. I normally stream on Saturdays, but as I said, going to a wedding, so I can't be there, be here for that. E24 and E18. Same thing we did. We're doing it again. 24 and 18. But yeah, I talked a bunch about the stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of anime this season. I think I am going to, after thinking about it, um, I'm gonna wait on JoJo till there's a bunch of episodes and I can kind of speed through that. But I am now watching Fairy Tail weekly because I am a little worried that that show might go away because I have no idea. Starting in November, Funimation will no longer be part of Verve, and I don't know what that means for the deal that they have with Crunchyroll, like the shared library, since Crunchyroll owns Verve. Basically, Sony bought Funimation last year, and this is part of that. And I guess High Dive, who normally pick up a lot of the dubs of Amazon Prime shows, High Dive is going to be on Verve, which is actually going to be awesome because that means at least if you don't care about watching subs or dubs, you could have a service that gets you some of the Amazon stuff if you don't have Amazon Prime, as long as you don't mind watching the dub versions. So that's actually pretty cool. But I am a little worried about some of the shows that I like if they'll suddenly disappear. And probably just be old shows. Um, I can't imagine Funimation. I can't imagine they would lose out on everything. I sincerely doubt that. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. All right, so we got one of our legs done with that. We will move on and do the weapons on our other leg here. And put the rockets on our other leg. Same thing. Doing exactly the same thing, just different pieces. That's E9 and 10 here. From what I saw, Funimation is getting pulled from Crunchy. Yeah, well, so it most likely the stuff that was part of their partnership, like shared library, will get pulled. But it shouldn't affect the deals that Crunchyroll Funimation have with other current anime. So, like, My Hero shouldn't get pulled. But maybe the dub of Sword Art Online, which is randomly on Crunchyroll, will get pulled. Like, that might go away. But it's probably not going to. It's mostly just like the shared library stuff that, like, which in the same way in Funimation suddenly had a lot of Crunchyroll stuff on it. Which was cool for people that didn't want to subscribe to both. I mean, honestly, Verve was very good for that. I mean, grain of salt, please take. I do have a free account from Verve, so that is, that is my take that with a grain of salt when I talk about it. But I do think it's a pretty cool service, and hopefully High Dive is cool. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen with all of that, but should be interesting. All right, so we're building this is the top one. Here we're building the top one. Um, I don't want to have to also get a Funimation because also on like let's be clear, reasonable. I don't like dubs as much. I don't mind a dub, but I don't prefer it by any means. So I would prefer to have my anime subtitled. So hope I don't lose anything I really like. All right, so it's 19. But I don't know. For people that like Funimation, it'll probably do better under Sony. Uh, it's a real bummer for Verve fans because they've lost. They're going to lose Funimation, which is, can be big. Maybe one of the reasons why they have a Verve account. And then the other thing that's a big thing for them is that was it Drama Geek? There's a streaming service. I think it was called Drama Geek that had a lot of Korean soap operas and dramas, and that apparently is shutting down completely. Not just like leaving streaming services. Apparently, that's like ending as a service. And I had a few friends that really loved that service. Uh, I understand what you're saying. A bad dub it can be pretty fun. A faceless name. Uh, I do have a soft spot for very bad dubs, um, but I do generally prefer subtitled when we're talking about something that's like good. If it's a show that people like, I usually like to see something, strong and well done. And I like a good dub too. I mean, now and again, I prefer my anime subtitled, but I'll watch it dubbed, especially if it's a show I started watching dubbed. I usually don't mind watching it later. Um, In fact, it was a really weird thing. I started watching this past series, the Alola version of Pokemon, the anime. I started watching some of the subtitles, and that's fucking weird because I've only watched it uh, um, dubbed, never watched it subtitled. So it was really a strange experience to be like watching like like having to you hearing the names in a different language, hearing the character names, hearing the Pokemon names, and then having to kind of pay attention to be like, I don't know what Pokemon that is, because I don't know this character's name. Um, it was a lot to get used to. It was kind of cool to be like, oh, here's Pokemon in a different way. Get into it. 'Cause yeah, I've never watched it subtitled. I don't think I've seen any of the movies subtitled. Usually, they dub it so quickly that you don't have to go and track it down. And also, you're never worried that there's a Pokemon thing that also won't come out in the U.S. Like you don't have to worry about that. So it's usually ready for you when you need it. If there's anything y'all want to chat about tonight, the floor is open. I don't really have anything lined up. I did just stream yesterday and also talk for several hours today on the. Oh, no, that's wrong. When I was over hanging out with our friends at Waypoint. So I would be up for chatting about whatevs, whatever y'all want to talk about. If there's something on your mind, you can always let me know. Hmm. Oops. Messed this up, so I'm just going to quickly fix this. We'll look. Pat, have Type messed with any of the Gundam Breaker games? I had time to. Um, I haven't. Uh, I played a bunch of like PS1 and PS2 era PlayStation, PS1 and PS2 era, I should say, um, Gundam games, but I haven't played any of the Breaker games. I've heard good things and I've heard bad things about them, but yeah, I've never had a chance to actually check them out properly. That might be something I do in the future. All right, great. So we're done with our rockets and our legs. Now we can build some feet. Let's build some feet. Yeah, I'm not opposed to them. I just haven't played them. There was also a long period of time where I didn't have a console. Like right now, if I want to play a console game, I've got to borrow a system from like my roommate or a friend or something like that. I'm now currently kind of without systems. I have my PC. I should look to see if the Breaker games, you know, check that out. Um, Is there a Gundam build game where you could like based on the Gundam build show, where you could like make your own Gundams and put pieces together? That could be fun. I'd be up for trying that. Like a Gundam Maker or something. I should see if there's something like that. A robot, even Robot Maker. That could be fun. That could be something to do in our bonus game streams in the future. As folks know, part of my Patreon rewards, I've hit my first goal with $100 a month, is that I do a bonus game stream a month. This month, we're modifying that. It won't be games. This month, which will be the 29th, Monday the 29th, from 3, I forget what time I said I was doing it. Let me look up what I said I was doing it at. Monday the 29th, from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. I'm going to build uh, some jack-o'-lanterns. That's right. I'm carving pumpkins. I'm going to carve two modestly sized, kind of on the small size pumpkins for work, because I always carve pumpkins for my job. It's just the thing I started doing. I really like bringing in that. It's fun for me to do. So I'm going to do those on stream because I thought that would be a fun thing for folks to hang out while I do that. Instead of playing games, it's still building, but it's not like the normal thing I do. So I'll just do a little extra. I thought that would be cool. Um, so yeah, that'll be, that's in the future, but that's on the 27th. But yeah, usually for that stream, I just play some kind of game, as folks know, or games, and I usually end with some Jackbox stuff. So what will probably happen is I will do some building, and then we will play some kind of game after that. I'm not sure what that'll be, but I do expect to finish up and not take 2 hours for me to carve two pumpkins. So most likely I'll carve a pumpkin and then we'll play. Maybe we'll play the new Jackbox. I'll get the new Jackbox and we'll play something from that. I'm not sure. I have to see what the games look like. I'm not super familiar with all the games. I want to find one that would be good for this stream. But yeah, those are always just bonuses. Like, video games don't have the most to do with the build stream stuff that I do, but they are fun. Oh, I'm not building on stream again. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm doing assembly off stream. All right. So that goes here. Ooh. Then I need B19. B19. 19. Yeah, I haven't. Like I said, I haven't really looked at the Jackbox stuff. I'll have to take a look at it because I think it'll be, it's always fun to play games with y'all. chat on my game streams. So yeah, so I expect to do a little bit of gaming. Uh, Reminds me, I still haven't um, recorded my Let Pat Play for Monday. I normally do it on Friday. I might just do it after this stream while we're uploading. While I'm uploading this archive, I might just do it right here since I'm set up. As I said, I haven't built that yet, but might take a crack at doing it. Because I need the microphone. I don't need a camera for Let Pat Play because I'm not on a camera when I do it, which is helpful. It's one less thing to worry about. I just have to worry about audio. New Gundam Breaker is on PC, but it's not a good one. And Gundam Breaker is the subtitle to 3. And Gundam Breaker, that is the subtitle to 3, is Destroy the Huge Gundam Perfect Grade and Customize Your Own Strongest Gundam. Okay. I wish that the one on PC was a good one, because that is my primary way I play games. So yeah, wish it was. This system that built this year is pretty damn strong. I mean, I've only got a 970, so not the strongest graphics card in the world, but works great for streaming. I'm using about 9% of my CPU to do this stream, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Obviously not playing games when it, but all right, we got our legs here. They may have fixed these with patches, but at launch it was really bad. Yeah, that's a bummer. I wonder if there's like not Gundam, but like a fake Gundam thing, like on itch or something, like a Gundam builder thing. All right, so now we're gonna build our arms. And I think I'm just going to build one arm just to complete it instead of like, as I was doing each step of each arm. I'm just going to go through and do a full build of one arm and then a full build of the other. So I need that. For the top part, for that, I need that goes there. And then E here. And J. J, the old school. This piece is very familiar to people that do high grades because it is what you're jamming your hands into. So every hand has that, plugs into that in the end of the arm. So people should be remember that if you ever built these kinds of kits. Yeah, I'll investigate and see if there's a cool Gundam, anything Gundam related that I can check out for a future stream. All right, there's 18, 17. Yeah, I apologize that I don't have a lot to say right now. As I said, I did stream yesterday, so I went through a lot of anime recommendations, and this is hour 5 of me streaming total today. It was a lot easier. I'll say this. I thought this would take longer to build on the stream, and it took under an hour, maybe an hour, on the Waypoint stream because I didn't have to like check chat and really focus and like be my own one-man stream. Having other people do a lot of the heavy lifting made things very easy for me. I did probably cross-talk a little too much with Austin. But it was also a nice chance for me to just like hang with Austin. I don't see him that often, so that was nice. I saw him at FlameCon. I believe that's the last time that we crossed paths. It was very nice to see him then. Alright, so what do I need here? I need A13. There it is. It's gold. It's one of the 4 gold pieces in here. A13 goes like that. C13 C3 and C4. Two, three, and four. C4 goes in the back. C3 goes in the front. Let's see. So yeah, next week we will work on this. I will put a poll up early in the week to see what I build after I build this. I've got a few options for my $10 Patreon supporters to be able to vote on. I've got a Lego Creations kit that I could build. It is the here A37. Yeah, I've got the Lego Creations Space Shuttle. I've got another Ninjago movie kit. It's a huge kit. It's like 800 pieces. It's very large. I forget the name of it, but I got that. That came in. That's something I bought with money I got from my last Twitch payout. So thank you all for that. Came directly out of that. That was just a thing that I really wanted to build and haven't had a chance to build it yet. So, and then I have the Heavyarms high. Not, this is the Heavyarms high grade. I have the Sandrock Endless Waltz version high grade because they didn't make an Endless Waltz. They didn't make an Endless Waltz version in Master Grade. Still haven't bought or assembled the Master Grade Sandrock original. That is still a thing we have not done on the stream. It is the only Master Grade for a Gundam from Gundam Wing we haven't done. It's the only Gundam for Gundam Wing we haven't represented in any form here on the stream. So it would be cool to do it at some point. But I don't know. Robot Crank says, I'll check my PS4 screenshot to see if it got any cool gunfly made in Gunbreaker 3 and post in the Discord. Please do, Robot. That's the perfect place for that. I mean, a lot of times it's just a good place to like hang out and see what's up. But you know, if you're working on something, or you're building something, or you're been painting something, or you know, working in online on a thing, you know, there's the page to kind of let people know what you're working on, and I think that's cool. I think it's cool when people use it. I'll have 3 photos tonight because I'll have the finished V2. I'll have my death scythe, and I'll have the in progress photos of this kit here, the Heavyarms. Oh, I need C17. Since this is my second my second Gunpla kit in a row. I wouldn't mind doing Lego next, but like I said, we'll see what the $10 Patreon patrons vote what they would like me to build next, and I'll build what they say. Put the list up, see what they have to say. Unless someone buys me a kit off my Amazon wish list before that, in which case, as always, they get preferential treatment. Goes to the front of the line. Alright, so this goes on like this. So this is how the shoulder mount works. Is just it pops up. Look at that, rockets shooting out. Lashbrook says I played a little of Gunbreaker 3. I was real bad at kit bashing and just used the stock Banshee high grade Banshee Norn. Hey, the Banshee Norn is a great kit. It's a great looking kit. Does a lot of good work out there. So I am at you for that. Let's see here. See here. C20. Yeah, I don't think I've ever touched the Breaker game. I enjoyed some of the Gundam stuff I played in the past. That Gundam fighting game was good, and the Gundam Wing fighting game was good and terrible. And there was another Gundam that was like, there was another fighting game that was like lots of different Gundams, and I remember that being not great of that era, but still fun to play and mess around in. Do do do. All right, so that goes in like this, and then I need A25. Oh no, a piece just fell on the floor, and hopefully I'll be able to catch it real quick and find it. It is a little gray piece, so you never know how that goes. But I did it. Great. Didn't blend into my hardwoods or bounce. Nice thing about it being a flat little piece, it didn't bounce anywhere, which is very good. Very happy about that. All right. Try to get this to go where it needs to go. Here. Got into the old. Oh. There we go. Then all right, we did some of the arm here, and ooh, look at these, some nice full color. Robot says, I got a Gundam total conversion for StarCraft and Brood War. It changed Protoss and Xeon to Terran. Oh, to Xeon and Terran to Feds. That's fun. I like that. Um, I don't believe this kit comes with the mask attachment. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have the mask on it. I'll take a quick gander. The half mask. Pretty sure it doesn't have that. It'd be kind of crazy if it did. I think that would be pretty cool, but as far as I know, it doesn't have the mask. Um, very silly part of it. Uh, also, this came out. It's great because it has an ad for the LD and video now on sale. Get your Endless Waltz laser disc. An ad for the laser disc. Very fun. And also, I really like Duo's look. He left the priest get up behind, and he's just got a cool red zip up underneath the leather jacket. Just a good look. Good look for that dude. All right, so we also got an A7. And A39. And we could put stickers on this if we wanted to put some line stickers on it. I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a look at these stickers and see here. I need. They don't seem to be too difficult, so might just apply these stickers. Yeah. Like I said, with the high grades, if it's not too difficult, I do like to apply the stickers because they do add a lot to making it look better. In some cases, very necessary to have the sticker involved. We can just put that in there to lock it in. And then we need bendy ones here. Of course, I'm looking at symbols that I don't know what they mean. Gonna do my best here. I think we've evolved over the year. Like, you know, a year ago, I wouldn't attempt this at all. Even if it's not successful, I wouldn't even try to add a sticker to a kit. And here we are, putting them in. Making it happen. You know, it's not the biggest shock in the world. It's, there's something incredible about it, but I am pretty proud that I'm at least trying with sticker work. Of course, we'll have to try to do the eyes, and those will be difficult, but we'll do our best. All right. So how this works is you got these pop up, and then this turns there. Boom, rockets. It's working. It's great. We did that. We did that. And then those connect there to this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to finish up the hand. Looks like I got rid of my screenshots to clear up space. Oh, that's okay, Robot Crank. I do appreciate you looking. That was very nice. All right, so we're going to do the hand here to complete this arm, and then we will call it quits. I'm going to end the stream a little early because I am starting to get a little loopy. It's been a long day. We're almost approaching the 6 hours of streaming because I did, yeah. Obviously not the same thing when you're just hanging out, watching people try games and chatting with your friends, but it was still a little draining, still a lot. But I'm glad that I was able to help them reach a stretch goal for the Waypoint stream. And there's another hour from 11 p.m. Thank you, Road. You're taking off right now. Thank you for hanging out. I will have a good time at that wedding. Thank you. Um, and have a good weekend yourself. But yeah, I was happy that I was able to be there and help them raise funds. And Waypoint is going. I think they have 37 more hours. They have one more hour with just the Waypoint crew, and then another team takes over, and it's like their community members are going to be streaming. And I know that Too Mellow will be doing a stream as well, and something to do with Gundam. I don't know. I think it's doing with Gundam music, but Too Mellow is doing a stream that involves Gundam. So I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be, but I know it'll be cool. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up today a little early. I apologize for that, but I am very tired, and I need to upload this and then relax. I have one more video to stream so that I don't have to stream it tomorrow. But I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time tonight on the stream. Head over to Waypoint, hang out with them, and have a great rest of your weekend. I'll be back next Thursday at 9 p.m. for my normal stream time. Thank you all so much. Subscribe if you haven't. Follow if you haven't. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.